Welcome, friends. I am here. Come on in. How are you doing? I just ran up the stairs. Hope all is well. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate you being here. So we are doing all things going live. I am setting up my channel now. Mute this. Appreciate you all joining. Thank you so much for being here. Get started in a second. I want to make sure I'm able to answer questions. So thank you all for coming on in. We're going to talk about all things going live. And my lipstick was all centered. Okay, let me know if you have any questions as you're coming in. I appreciate you all joining. Let me make sure I like the live. Over here, I appreciate you. We're going to go to one of my other channels. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer questions as well. And we'll get started in a second. So as you guys are coming into the live, feel free to like, comment, and share. My moderator, Yes Michelle Crochet, she may join us. So if she joins, make sure you connect with her. She is my person to help me go live. As you all know, I talk about her all the time because I want to make sure you guys are getting the best support as possible. So she is it for me. So I want to make sure you guys get all that you need in your Girl Live journey. So come on in, friends. We'll get started in a second and go live with okay. And thank you all who are joining. I appreciate you joining the live. Make sure you comment, like, and share. And like I said, my moderator is Yes Michelle Crochets. If she joins us, definitely want to connect with her. She is my person who is helping me with YouTube. I want to make sure you guys are getting all the support you need to make sure you're able to grow your channel. And so she is the person. And if you do come in and you follow me, you subscribe to my channel, I'm going to go and subscribe to your channel. Thank you so much. How are you, friend? Come on in. I'm about to go live on TikTok, but come on in and let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, my moderator is Yes Michelle Crochet. She also will join. Possibly it's the holiday, so we'll see. But if she joins, she's a good person to connect with. So go to her channel, go to my channel, Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. And then, of course, we will go to your channel, comment, like, and subscribe as you do that for us. So definitely go, if you can go to one of our shorts or long form, that's easier because we can see the notifications. We receive those notifications so we know you've actually done it. So we can comment, like, and subscribe to you. So let me know. This is our growth season. We are in the springtime. Summer has not hit, although this is kind of the launch of the summer season. But we are here. And we want to make sure everyone's growing. So thank you all for joining. I'm about to go live. I always go live on both platforms. I just want to show real quick so you guys see what I am doing. I'm about to go and live stream. So I'm doing both platforms. So thank you so much. Hello, friends. How are you? Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. So you guys see that in real time. So go ahead and like the live. If you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. And then, like I said, if you go and comment on one of my shorts or my long form, I can do the same for you. Comment, subscribe, like, and subscribe. You know, you got to subscribe last. Hello. How to super chat? I don't have super chat yet. I wish I did. I don't. I'm getting it. Hey, I'm going to get it soon. I'm at 300 subscribers. We're going to get to 500. I'm going to get those watch time and those hours. And so I want to make sure we're all growing. But thank you so much for thinking of me. You said, how to super chat? You said I would super chat, huh? I appreciate that, friend. Thank you so much. And so what we're gonna do, I continue to go live. You guys can go back and see my content. I co-stream and do this every day, twice a day. And so I want to make sure I'm supporting you all. So we're chatting and talking. Hello, Kinsley. And then my moderator is Yes, Michelle Crochets. She may jump in today. Today's the holiday, but she may jump in. And she's my YouTube coach. So if you're curious about YouTube, you're trying to grow your channel, you want support, she's the person that's going to support you. So I'm going to put that out there so you guys know you can connect with her if you're looking to get support. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Kinsley, go ahead and put in the chat if you have not done so, or like the live if you have not done so already, share it out, and then also subscribe. You know, YouTube is very particular about those subscriptions, so you got to make sure you watch something, and then you can make sure that that's approved, because YouTube will not allow it. All right, friends. So what I do is actually I subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I will do the same for you. How you doing, Slushy McFluff? Thank you so much, friend. I love the name. Thank you so much for being here. We are growing. This is our growth season. I appreciate you. You said you're a big YouTuber. I'm a small YouTuber. Whatever. I'm not a big one. But we will claim that. That is what we say. And I appreciate your friend. Uh, it's up to you as well. Thank you so much, friend. So thank you. I appreciate all the support. Thank you. Like I said, my moderator, if you want to subscribe to another person, you get 2 for 1. Her name is Yes, Michelle Crochets. Go there, say Dr. Lisa sent you, and she will make sure she does all the support for you as well. I love your streams. Thank you. Do you really? Oh gosh. So you're a fan. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Can you make a heart with your hands? Can I make a heart with my hands like that? Yes. I typically do it on TikTok when I do that. But yes, thank you so much. Hey, so thank you. You guys got me all talking and commenting and stuff. And usually what happens, because I'm co-streaming, what'll happen is that I pay attention to one and not the other. And I appreciate you all making me chat and connect with you guys on the front end. So Emmanuel, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm amazing and beautiful. Appreciate you, friend. All right. So let me know this. You said you're my favorite. I appreciate it. And so come on back. Don't forget, make sure you subscribe so you can get my notifications. Be successful in your life. Thank you so much, Legend. I appreciate that. And you as well, friend. So what I will say is, oh man, you went to I'm married, friend. But thank you. I appreciate you commenting and chatting. And I'm about to go live on TikTok. So feel free to continue to chat. I see the comments coming in, so I can see them. I'll get notifications. I'm actually having my eyes on both chats so I can see it, and let me know. So I appreciate you, friends. All right, let's do this. We're about to go live on TikTok. I'm old. Thank you so much. All right, friends, we are here. We are live. We are actively going live right now. I appreciate all of you being here. Thank you so much, friends. As you can tell, I'm just going to show you guys real quick. I am live on both streams. So I am talking and chatting. I appreciate you all. Come on in. This is my Dr. Lisa. Go live with ease and confidence. I don't want you to be nervous, shy, scared, afraid, introverted, all the things. You can go live with ease. And so I want you to continue to make sure you are building your community. I have 4% battery. Oh, okay. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. My battery, I have it actually charged as well. I have it in the cord because it is low as well. So we're going to see how long this stream lasts, but I so appreciate you. Hopefully I get enough battery life. But come on in, guys. This is Dr. Lisa. This is my 4 p.m. live. How you doing, Roll? Appreciate your friend. David, how are you? Come on in. How's everything going, Mary? Evelyn, nice to meet you all. Ruben, come on in. We're going to talk all things going live. Appreciate your friends. Thank you so much for the subs. I appreciate you. And make sure if you don't get a chance, I'm going to go back to this chat. Hopefully the chat sometimes disappears for me. I think I don't check the box. But go to my shorts. Comment there so I can see it and I'll get notifications. Thank you so much, Mary. And then I will do the same for you. I'm going to do my homework tonight. Thank you all coming in. I appreciate you, David. Thank you for joining. Mary, how are you? Thank you for grabbing that daily heart me and sending out the hearts. The roses, I appreciate your friend. How you doing? Thanks so much. Thank you so much, Edwin. Edgar, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. So you guys know I'm talking between the two chats. Now my chat on YouTube is chatting it up. My moderator, she's not here. Obviously, it's the holiday. She is connected and spending time with family. So I so appreciate all the support. Doing good. Thank you for asking. You're welcome, Mary. You are so welcome. That's what I do. I want to make sure you guys feel confident and at ease and comfortable with this live stream. I see you. I appreciate you all joining. So I say that because I want to make sure that I'm building community. And that's what that's what I teach essentially. As you are coming live, as you are talking and connecting with people, you're building community. So I appreciate you all joining. I have been having a little bit of some TikTok bad luck lately with the algorithm because I have been on I've been on here on both lives, and it's seeming as if essentially I'm dealing with TikTok TTS. I'll say that it thinks that I'm a TTS. Edgar, thank you so much. I see your friend. That's the shout out. I appreciate your friend. And so, yeah, so I'm trying to make sure I am consistent. I'm showing up. I am supporting. I am here as much as possible. Edgar, thank you so much. And with that, I want to make sure that I am not losing favor with TikTok. So I am trying to get my algorithm back up and running again. So definitely like the live, comments, all the things. AKL, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Mary, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate all the support. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much, friends. I see you. How you doing, Miss Darlene? Thank you so much coming in the house. Appreciate you joining. Let's see. Let me move that up. So I am on my tablet. Good evening. How are you, friend? I'm on my tablet and I'm on my phone over here. So the tablet is a different angle for me. So let me know what you think of the tablet. This is a different angle, so I'm still getting adjusted to it. Thank you for sharing out the live. I appreciate you. I'm going to share out my own live as well. So if you touch the screen or in the middle, you can share out the live with your top supporters. So that's another way to share your live out and get more people in the room and support you. So I am trying to do that now as well. And so you want to constantly share out your live and make sure you are actively engaging. Thank you all. How are you doing, Emily? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. So all you are who are in the live on TikTok, I appreciate you joining. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. Miss Darlene, were you here when we said the whole thing about the roses? Have you heard that in any of your adventures? I know you're going to different lives. Are you hearing anything about roses not being, they're being glitchy? Let me know if you've heard that, because I've heard that lately from a few people that, at least two people that have said they've heard some things about the roses being glitchy. Essentially, you said no. So essentially, the roses, from what someone said, is that they are not, they're almost like poison roses, like the poison thorns. That's the way I think about it. Which one was that? Was that one of the princess movies? And so the roses are not, they're being glitchy to the point where they're not letting people level up in their league. So I'm hearing that type of feedback about them. Thank you all who are coming in. I see you. Thank you for joining the live. How you doing, Linda? Pixie, are you guys, appreciate you all being here. Uh-oh, I said invite by accident. That was not on purpose. So Missy, thank you so much. Dee Dee's Custom Designs, thank you for liking the live. I see you. You said, hey, how are you, friend? Yes, I like the lives. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you liking the live as well. Thank you so much. So as I come in, like I said, I'm co-streaming, so I'm managing my chat here. So I appreciate everyone that's here. And then I'm on TikTok as well. Maybe because we use the proper vote so much. No, that's what they're actually saying. They're saying to use the popular vote. So the popular vote, you're saying maybe that's why the roses became a glitch. I don't know. I thought about it afterwards. It's funny you say that, because I thought about it afterwards and I was like, you know what? Maybe that's kind of a message that's being sent out there to make people pick the popular vote and use that. and try to push the popular vote, which I could see. I could see the strategy. At the end of the day, you said Miss Thrifts. I like that. I like that. And so I could see that strategy too if they're trying to make it seem as if, okay, well, wait a minute, the roses are bad. So let's only push the popular vote. Well, the popular vote is being pushed a lot. Oh, interesting. That's a good one. Maybe it's being changed like they did the emojis and they're doing something else so no longer being roses but being something else. Oh, that's a good idea. So you're not sending roses. Hello, how are you, friend? Appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Hi. And so I think that could be it. Interesting. Does FB own Miss Thrifts? Why did you say that? You know that's the rumor. I don't think so. I don't think so, but interesting you say that. Why did that come to mind? What is it about it that made you to say that? Did you hear that? You said what? I wasn't going to repeat it. Look in the chat what she wrote. The FB and the TT. You're the best. Thank you so much, friend. I wasn't going to say it, but that I have heard that. How are you doing? I'm doing well, Dee Dee. How are you, friend? I have heard that's the rumor mill, like behind the scenes that they are, that it has, is part of the buyers. Yeah. And so there's some integration that's happening and people feel a certain way about that. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, Kathleen? Appreciate you being here. I got something in my teeth, y'all. Let me see. Did that fix it? No. Still there. It's just going to be there. You said my FB said it. Tell me more. I want you to come up now, friend. You feel like talking? Amari, how are you? Thank you so much. What should I eat for dinner? I don't know, friend. I had some chicken, so that's what I'm seeing in my teeth. But interesting. I want you to come up. What are you saying? That does no, I'm not a big fan of that idea either. Sis, I look a mess. Keep the camera off. Keep the camera off. I just want to hear your voice. You don't have to turn the camera on. So what did you hear? Or write it down for us. What did you hear? Hello. How you're so pretty. Thank you so much. Coming through. Okay. Okay. You said okay. You'll come up. Okay. I'm gonna invite you. I'm intrigued. Okay. I'm hitting invite. So because this would happen yesterday. That's how I found out about the roses. Somebody came. I'm back. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Did it go through for you? Let's see. The invite was sent. You're invited, so you have to accept it whenever you're ready to accept, friend. Let me know if it's not working though. But yeah, I had a call coming through, so maybe that was part of the delay. Thank you so much, Kathleen. How are you? Oh, there you go, friend. Turn my volume up. How you doing?
How you guys doing? Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. So, well, you hear the rumor mill here and there, and right now, based on some quick research that I did, Meta did express interest in TikTok, but I don't think that there's any deal on the table. I just feel like there's something backdoorish going on.
I would agree.
So, I mean, I don't think the public, it hasn't been made known to the public that there's a deal in place. But when I look at how TikTok has started to structure some of the things that they are doing now that they didn't do in the beginning, it's reminiscent of F&B.
Yes.
Making it harder for you to kind of cash out, so to speak.
Yep.
It's like they've modeled the prototype off of F&B in the early days when it was a free-for-all. And now that I understand that structures and things have to be put in place, I completely get it. But I just think that now it's kind of harder for you to monetize now than it was previously.
Yeah.
So they may not be in bed yet, but they may be courting each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why I said that, because I just know that, like, when I log into TikTok, it's like automatically forcing me to sync with my Facebook. Like, no, that's why I came over here
Right.
to start a whole new community. I don't want to sync with the folks and things like that. And now I'm noticing, like, the people from my F&B are now, like, following me, which is not what I wanted. So that's why I'm like, wait, what is going on? Are they selling the data? Like, even if they're not in bed together, are they selling the data? Which I don't put it past them. But that's why I was asking that.
Oh, good points. Good points. I have a little feedback, so I was gonna mute you. Let's see.
Yeah, please do.
Let's see. Okay. So yeah. So what I would agree with you in the sense that it started off actually about 2 months ago. So you can see some things that were changing inside the group chat, as well as the group where you get your notifications from. Yes, you are correct. Yep. So those changes happened back then. I noticed it back then, and it was very reminiscent to FB as well and to how they operate. People said it was similar because I'm in Instagram quite a bit, so it was similar to how it operates, and that's what I noticed, the way the back end systems, how they have the request feature. It's the group settings is in your messages, the request feature, your primary and your secondary groups. And what I have is I have 3 accounts technically on TikTok. So 2 of the accounts have not made that change yet. This account has. So I was like, interesting. That I'm duly noted. And someone else said that they had noticed kind of this whole meta kind of looking type formatting. So yes, interesting. Thank you so much. Let me know. I don't know, I'm gonna mute you and make sure you don't have any other questions and comments. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Okay.
I didn't have anything else. I was going to say, to your point, because you did mention that you had 3 other accounts and the other 2 are pretty similar than the one that you're currently on. Do you think it's because of maybe the difference between professional and private, maybe? You know how you have some accounts that are like business accounts?
So, so all my accounts are personal. I don't have a business account. Even this account is personal. This is a creator account. Yeah. So I just don't think it's caught up. Those accounts weren't as active. And so now one of them I've made my shop account. But then this one is the primary still. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Appreciate you joining. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, Miss Thrifts. I love that name. So what I will say, I agree with you. I'm taking a mental note. Let me put the flash goal up because TikTok just put that out there for me. It's the Heart Me goal. And as you guys know, you guys do a lot of heart meets already. So TikTok does this almost like an insult because you guys understand coming in, doing the daily heart meet, all that stuff I talk about. So, but what I will say though is I do believe there is something happening behind the scenes, and we just haven't seen it yet. Or we're seeing these little breadcrumbs that is indicating that there's some things that's happening that they want to make sure they first either fix their image, because there is the image that, like you said, yes, I agree with you. Yep. You wanna assume that, I'm not gonna assume, you can say this, that TikTok was easier to monetize, easier to get in. You didn't have the same aesthetics and pretense that you got with the other platforms. And so it became a kind of almost a free fall, like you said earlier. However, there is something to be said about kind of this low barrier to entry. You don't feel as if you have to know it all to be a content creator, yet you can grow and learn as you go. Okay. So to me, I appreciate that. I love that about TikTok, but again, I think what we saw in this most recent community guideline changes that they had, a lot of the undertones, a lot of the topics was about high quality content. You saw that embedded in a lot of the things that was said. They're making sure that they're producing high quality content. So as people are coming onto the app, there is the expectation that you got to be a little bit more knowledgeable and sophisticated with your content creation. There is this expectation that your content is not just going to be carbon copies of everybody else's, that you're going to have to be very unique and authentic. Yes, TikTok is more authentic. It is. No one is trying to create these perfect curated content. Yes. And that is the case. That's what I appreciate about them. But I think because of whatever's happened behind closed doors, that's now going to be the shift in how they operate. And the narrative is that they do want somewhat of a perfectly curated content. And so I don't agree with that. I think it's something to be said about how do you make sure that you're a platform for everybody as opposed to just this exclusive group of people. And, obviously, I'm part of, the smaller content creators on this app. I don't consider myself a large one by no means because I'm still evolving in my journey. I'm sure the ones that are like influencers, high level content creators, they're like, you know what, we do need a certain standard. And maybe that's the narrative. And the people who are in TikTok's ear, or maybe even, again, if there's some buyer that's saying, okay, wait a minute, if you're going to do this, then you need to make sure it's high level. I know a lot from what I'm hearing when it comes to the shop side of the house, they are trying to court a lot of brands. So if you're trying to get brands to buy into the fact that you can have content creators, live hosts going on, promoting your products, talking about your products, again, they're looking for a high quality, level of content that's being created. And obviously the live hosts as well. So we're seeing that. And my page, my other page is a shops page, and I'm part of one of the agencies one of the newer agencies, and that's kind of the messaging that they're receiving as well. These sellers, these brands, they're looking for a certain type of content being created for their product, as well as the live host image, and so almost like this QVC approach that they're trying to imitate in terms of what they're doing. So it's a lot of that's happening that's just going to require people just to think differently about being on this app. So it's no longer, I think the image of it's a children's app. There's this image that a lot of people who were pushing back on why are we trying to save TikTok, they're trying to change that. Wow, so true. Even eBay has live hosts now. Yes. Yeah, that's the thinking. Like this whole live host concept is not going anywhere. And so if you are somebody who's not going live, I say this all the time, if you're not going live and you're nervous about it, start small, start doing it, because that's going to be the evolution. And if you're someone who feels comfortable talking about products, you're engaging in different products all the time, or using different products, try it out. Try going live so you can get acclimated. And then when it comes to like a TikTok shop and TikTok live hosting, shoppable live hosting, you can essentially evolve into that. And so I've done it. I've done 2 weeks now where I've done my 3 days on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I like it, but it's a difference though. And that's even coming from me. You have to make sure you're able to manage your chat, you're able to pin products, you're able to talk about the products. Like it is a thing. So you just got to get acclimated though. I want to go live and start to sell thrift products. Yeah. So have you gone live yet? Let me look at your followers. Oh yeah, yeah. You got live. How you doing, Rachel Sunself, Laura? Appreciate you being here. So yeah, so have you done it yet? Let me know if you've gone live yet. So yeah, you absolutely should. Now I'm nervous. Wait a minute. It gets easier once you start. You get more acclimated and comfortable with it. I made this my go live with ease and confidence because essentially what happens here is something that you said, I'm scared to go live. Rena said, I'm going to chime in too right now. Jean said, I need to go live. You guys are funny. Oh gosh, Rena, and you got 7,000. Come on now, friends. All right, we are amongst family and friends now because now I have to talk. I have to talk to you all. Jean, you're still part of the new crew, so that's okay. I see you said I'm nervous, but my friends that are 6,000, 7,000 followers, y'all need to go live. There's an audience waiting on you, girl. I'm listening. Said, girl, I'm listening. I'm listening. I know I need to go live. Yes. Okay. So how you doing, Evangelista? Evangelist, thank you so much for being here. Susie, thank you for joining as well. So I say this, and so my live topic is talking about going live with ease, with confidence, feeling comfortable talking to your audience, talking to your right audience. And as you do it, it's awkward. Don't get me wrong. I say it all the time. You start off awkward, but that's the time you want to do it. When there's not many people in the room, you can make mistakes. You can get comfortable with what you're sharing, and then as you go on, you become more confident and ease what you're talking about. So, I tell people all the time, my new people in the room, I tell you all the time, practice makes progress. Don't search for perfection. That's not what this is about. This is about you growing in your own way, being authentic, like that was mentioned earlier, as in a way that people feel like they know, like, and trust you. That's what it is. And so as you do this, you become more confident, you feel more comfortable sharing, and people are going to relate to you. Your audience oftentimes is a reflection of you. So Miss Thrifts, when you think about your audience being people who love thrifting, love my family. I grew up, I'm originally from Chicago, so Chicago was known for a lot of thrift shops throughout the city too. So you would go to different parts of the cities, and obviously you'll get different things that you would see. And my family, my mom, I had a couple relatives. We would go, and we called it digging. So I don't know if anybody knows that term before, but you call it digging, where you're digging for these diamonds in the rough, these gems. And so we would go digging. And that was a big thing. So you would come back and you would share your haul and stuff. And so for somebody like you, your content can be built around thrifting. Your live stream can be built around it. As you talk about products, I mean, my product, my topic that I talk about is tech products, but I call it my TikTok shop finds. And essentially, kind of off that notion of digging, but you're finding these gems, these products that are on sale, and there's steals and deals and all the things. So you really could build a whole brand identity surrounding your name and what you're doing with thrifting. So absolutely. I know I need to ask. Well, yes, you're fine, friend. Hello, Dion. How are you? Happy holiday, friend. Thank you so much. Hello, how you doing, Nika? Thank you so much for being here. I see your friend. Yes, so yeah, don't feel nervous about it. What I will say is just embrace it and start going live. Like I said, the first few lives are going to be awkward, and that's okay. I mean, I want to normalize that in a way that doesn't make you feel like, oh, when I did it, it was awkward. Because at the end of the day, it probably will be awkward. Now, a bonus would be that it's not awkward. Okay. Thanks for having me. I have to get dinner together. I'll be back later. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But the bonus would be that it would not be awkward. Okay. So if you normalize the fact that it's going to be a little weird, understanding all the buttons, understanding what happens in terms of people coming out of your live room. How do you make sure you keep engagement going? How do you understand to get people to chat? A lot of times people may not engage and chat back. So as you're doing that, you want to be intentional about growing your community, but you get to a point where you can start asking questions and having people engage back. Okay. So, for example, let me ask this question. Who else in the room is new? So, is this your first time? Let me know if this is your first time in my room. Let me know if you have any specific questions. I know a lot of my people are returners, so I appreciate you coming back. But again, if you're new, this is a good time when you come to a room. When the room's small, you can engage in the chat. Hello, not new, huge fan. I appreciate your friend. Ah, super loud. I'm on my tablet. I didn't realize how turned up it was. Can I put a mask on my face? You know what? People do it. People do use the effects. Yes, you could. You could put a mask on. There's the effects. Different rooms have different setups. I know TikTok in that new in the new guidelines that came out, I know there were some issues surrounding green screens. People are really using the green screens to promote products or have some type of propaganda that was not appropriate. And so for that reason, they were removing the green screens. And so I don't think you're going to be able to do those as much. And but when it comes to, there's different face masks, like the lion, that's a big thing. There's some other characters in there. I know when I first went live, I played around with the effects, and somebody somewhere probably saw me with the Santa Claus face on and all types of other effects that I was trying out. So to that point, yes, you absolutely could if you wanted to. Again, I would tell you that, as you're going live, depending on what your live topic is, depending on what you're trying to achieve in your live, you want to get to the point where people get to know, like, and trust you. And so you could have kind of this persona that you have and people love it. And maybe it is leaning into being nervous, shy, afraid. And so because of that, you have this persona that you're having, and people really get excited about that. So there's that you can do. Thank you so much. I was kidding. That made me laugh. Darlene said the moon. The moon is another one. You said we can be the moon. That made me laugh out loud. You said, girl, I was kidding. I was not thinking about putting a mask on. But look here, thank you for going down there with me. But you could absolutely do it. I just want to make sure I help you understand that you don't have to show your face if you're uncomfortable with that. He's like, girl, I was kidding. All right, how you doing, Coach Miss Jessie? How are you, friend? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you all joining today. You guys laughing at me. Evangelist, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining. I wasn't. I'm serious. I go faceless sometimes. So let me say this. So Miss Darlene, she's been with me. Oh gosh, I want to. Well, we said 2 months, didn't we? Say 2 months the other day. So probably early March or so. She's been with me. She got live access super early. This is before. TikTok now gives people live access under 100. So you don't need 1,000 followers. I say that all the time because I think people miss that. So you don't need 1,000 followers. You can get live access under 100. So I've seen people, I think the lowest I've seen is 51 followers, but they had that blue box next to their name. So you see the blue box where Coach Miss Jessie has it at 20. Miss Darlene has 8 on this account. This is not her primary. Nika has 20 as well. So at the end of the day, it just depends on how you are leveling up, how you're engaging, so you can get live access because of the blue box. Now, with the blue box, she had gotten live access super early, and she was nervous about showing her face. And so now she started off faceless. And I think, do you always show your face now, Miss Darlene? Or are you still going in between faceless and face forward? Let me know in the chat. Like, are you doing both? Depends on the live, or sometimes you're mainly showing the scenery, the things around Minneapolis, and then you'll turn the camera to your face. I'm assuming it's both. Yes, it's still cold outside. So what does that mean? It's cold outside, so you're not doing the outside? Let me know. How you doing? Marvelous Monday. How are you, Coach Jessie? I appreciate you being here. Yeah, so if it's cold, you're showing the outside weather, because a lot of her live is focused on her showing Minneapolis, Minnesota. And so she's going around town, and she's like taking you around town as if you're a guest. You're visiting the city. You're learning all about the city from her. It's like a tour guide experience. So it's really nice. And so she shares that, and she'll show her face as well. So she's balancing the two. But again, it just depends on your topic and what you're doing. And so she's building a community of people wanting to support and connect that way. I'm working both accounts right now. Are you really? You're in and out between the 2 accounts? Awesome. Thank you all who are all here. I'm on the tablet again, and then I have my phone where I'm on the YouTube channel here. So I'm trying to pay attention to both chats. But yeah, so I'm doing the co-stream. I'm going to continue to do this. This is where, when it comes down to going live and building your community and making sure you said Typo going. Okay, you're going outside. Gotcha. Let's see. I missed something. I've come phase 4 for a while till the weather changes. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Cool. The other account is in a different live. Look at you. Oh, okay. So you're over on somebody else's live. You over here. All right, friend. Thank you so much for joining me on one of your lives. How you doing, Rooted? Roots, thank you so much. Roots, routes, and recipes. Oh, that's cute. Wait a minute. Is this okay? Wait a minute. You have 2 accounts, friend? Did you change your name? No, you changed your name, didn't you? You changed your name because you had the Braden account earlier. Look at you. You're like, I'm gonna change. Are you trying to decide which one you want to do? Thank you all who are joining the room. Isn't that hard working with tablet and phone? It is an adjustment. Yes, I changed it. It is an adjustment. It is, well, let me say this differently. The tablet, actually, I do like it. It's elevated slightly. So I'm trying to make sure I'm able to see the chat for my other, for my YT. But I'm waiting for a stand that can be eye level because I'm elevated a little high, which is fine, but I think I would prefer that it's lower and I can tap a little bit more and engage a little bit more. So it's a little awkward for me. You know, one of the things I teach in my lives is that I want you all to be an active participant in your life. You're not sitting back just waiting and just looking and saying how you want to make sure you're activating your life, you're sharing your life out, you're tapping your screen. So I'm used to doing that. And so because my screen is up higher, I'm still kind of getting the orientation of where the cameras are. So you'll see my finger get in the way, and I'm still trying to get my bearings in terms of where I can tap. So that's what's happening too. You say, yes, I change it. What's in for SIM card so I can be on both? Interesting. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. This encompasses more of what I want to focus on. Okay, roots, routes, and recipes. Tell me more. Tell me more. What does that mean? How you doing, Sultry Nan? I appreciate you being here. Is it better to live from your tablet or phone? Nika, you know what? Honestly, I like the large face the platform of the tablet. I do like the tablet. I have not used my tablet. This is my first time using yesterday was the very first time I've used it. So this is the first full day of me doing my 10 and my 4 o'clock this way. I do like the tablet. I think it's a little bit more user friendly in terms of seeing the screen and moving things around. So I do like that. I think I'm also accustomed to operating off the small screen too. So this is a larger screen. If you do the tablet, I could see it being hard to go back to a phone. I could see that. You know, some people stream on their computer, their laptop. And so they're doing the live studio. I've thought about that and I haven't taken that idea away. I just need to play around with it. Hello, how are you, friends? So I think tablet would be my, if I were starting all over, I would say start with a tablet. Why not? Start with a tablet. You said I love my tablet. Yeah, I would say start with a tablet. If I was going to start all over again and try to start from scratch and get a sense of what, what's the best format, I would start with a tablet. You have a little bit more circumference to play with. Like I said, the only thing I know with this tablet, I know there's a camera over here. So when I move around, I'm in the camera. So it's an interesting thing knowing my camera's over there. So if ever I'm touching, I feel like I'm like totally in the screen. Unlike the phone, I don't have that same because the camera's at the top, so I don't have that issue. Because I wish the camera was right at the top here, but it's not. So I'm showcasing myself braiding here, but I'm cooking meals, traveling, among other things. Oh, you know what, Roots? Let me say this out loud. When you said that just now, my first thing was like, that might be too much for the algorithm. You might be doing too many things on one account because you're probably going to see, it just depends on how you have it set up, but you're probably going to see where the algorithm is going to be confused. So you may not see the right viewers coming to your page because you're going to get viewers that are interested in the braiding, maybe not the cooking. You know what I'm saying? Or you might get people who are interested in travel and cooking, but not the braiding. So it's just, you might be doing too many things on one account. So you might want to figure out what's best for your account from that perspective. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. So I would say maybe the braiding is a separate account. And if you want to make this your account that you're focusing mainly on your travel, your food, just the whole lifestyle type channel, I think that makes sense. Lifestyle page, but the braiding could be a separate thing. That's my thought. What do others think in the chat? Let's give Ruth some feedback. I can use my laptop. I think I need it to be bigger than the phone so I can see words properly. Yeah, like I said, the visual of the words is better here. It is better. I'm always on my tablet. Coach Miss Jessie, so have you ever had your phone? Hello, Sultry Nan. I appreciate Jessie, the sub stickers. It is bigger. I think I like the screen size. You can swipe to the right and see the words really large. I can see the words on the tablet really large. You could do it on your phone too. And again, I had gotten accustomed to that. So I would swipe it every now and then swipe it back. So you swipe towards the right. And if you swipe towards the left, you can also see your analytics. Lots of name changing. Ooh. Let's see. Hold on one second. That makes perfect sense. Yes, please. I welcome it. Lots of name changing. Yes. It's okay to do two things on one account. Two things that are aligned is best. Two things. You could do two things. I'm not saying you can't, but as long as there's some alignment. I think when I thought about braiding versus food versus travel, for those things, they seem like three distinctive topics. So I just think in that way you might want to separate out the braiding. Maybe you could do the food and travel together. That makes sense. I haven't tried my iPad yet. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Swiping the screen to see the larger. I concur with you. Yes. Thank you so much. I used the phone before I put but too small for you. Yeah. Yeah. The phone, it's definitely, you said right. Yeah. Yeah. The phone is compact and easy. Don't get me wrong. That makes sense. The tablet definitely gives you a little bit more circumference, and then, again, the larger words. I'm just looking at the comparison of the words. Definitely larger screen and words for you here. I would agree with that. But yeah, so as you guys are thinking, one thing, when it comes to changing, let's go back to name change for a second. When it comes to changing, you're gonna let me back? Okay. When it comes to changing your name too, you only can change it every, the nickname, that is, you can change it every 7 days. The username, you're married to it for about 30. So Roots routines, Roots routes, and recipes, you kind of stuck with that. You're stuck with that for at least well, you change both of them to the same thing. So you're stuck with the username for 30 days, and then you're stuck with the nickname for 7. So I would almost say this becomes your account. You don't have a lot of followers, which is fine. Just change your bio to encompass what you're trying to do from those 3 topics. I'm thinking Anthony Bourdain, it relates to food and travel. Yeah. Yeah, that's essentially what he did. There's a lot of travel and food bloggers and people have done that. And so, yeah, you absolutely could do it from that perspective. Those two make sense. Now, obviously, you could do braiding in different cultures and countries and thinking about it from that perspective, maybe, um, as a part of a travel concept. That's different. It's different if you want to incorporate hairstyles and convenience and just, the different looks and trends and stuff. Possibly. That probably could work. That could be a different take on it. But again, you now, again, bringing in people you're very niche at that point. You're very niche. People are like, okay, I'm coming to your channel because I want to see what type of style she's talking about with traveling, different parts of the world. So that's a very specific audience member. That's your braiders and people who want to travel, which may be an interesting combination. You're coming in and out for me, going to go out and back in. Oh, Nika, am I? TikTok. TikTok is TikToking. Um, that's happened to me, and that was kind of my thing too, because I was telling my husband, I said maybe I need the Wi-Fi to be a extender up in the room up here where I'm at. Um, Hi Donna, interesting name Donna. Thank you, Donna, for being here. Appreciate your friend. Um, so but yeah, so I probably need a Wi-Fi extender. So I'll tell him that. I'm gonna mention it again and see if that helps. It feels as if I've gotten more issues with my connectivity because my Wi-Fi is being overused from my college people being back to. I don't know if that's a rationale or not, but it could be because they're all home and they're all using the internet in different ways. So on top of me using the internet in this way. So yes, good afternoon. How you doing, Silver Fox? Appreciate your friend. Thank you for joining. So yes, so that could be part of it as well. All right, my friends who are new, thank you so much for the rose. My friends who are new to the room, let me know. I know I have a couple new people. You guys, everybody in the room, and I appreciate this because I see it more often lately. Thank you so much. Appreciate your friend, the sword. I haven't seen the sword before. Thank you. So I've seen it more lately where people have their blue boxes. The last few lives I've done, I almost feel like I had almost 100%. There was only a few who didn't. So if you are curious, thank you so much for the rose. If you are curious and you're trying to figure out, okay, first of all, what is a blue box? Second of all, how do I get one? Put that in the chat. We'll talk about that a little bit. This is my go live with ease and confidence. I want you all to go live. We were talking a little earlier about the whole concept of going live now more than ever because there is this notion out there that a lot of TikTok in particular, they're favoring the shoppable lives. They're favoring people going live. They've created some lower barrier to entry when it comes to you don't need 1,000 followers, you don't need 500 followers, you don't even need you barely need 100. If you don't even need 100 because people are getting under 100. So again, everyone's getting access. I've seen where we've now seen some of the, thank you so much for the popular vote. We've now seen where the business accounts, they're getting live access. And I jokingly said, TikTok might be saying, you know what? If you're willing to come on this app and sell your product, why not sell people's products too, other people's products too? So you're seeing that as well, where this notion where if you had a business account, you couldn't have TikTok Shop Creator, the affiliate program, you couldn't have that. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think they're allowing it. Thank you so much. How you doing, friends? Appreciate you. Hey, hanging out with Nay. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here on my YouTube. Thank you so much. Hello, May. May and Nay. How you doing? Peaches, let me know what your question is. I appreciate you asking questions, friend. So, if we're looking to do this, this is probably the time to do it. It's the time to do it for a couple of reasons. You're freezing. Am I freezing still? You, oh gosh. Let's see. Okay. It's a lag real bad. Is it just me? No, it's me. I think it's me. TikTok is acting up with the internet. Interesting. Am I still lagging? Let me know if I'm still lagging. I'm not sure what's happening. My connectivity. I changed to the tablet because I was trying to make sure. Thank you so much, Shay Sprays. Appreciate your friend. No, it's lagging for me too. Is it still lagging? Let me know if it's still lagging. Seemed like the room wanted to do something, but I think the internet is probably the problem. Yes, it is. Awesome. TikTok, I'm going to tell my husband to come here. Let's see if he'll come here. me know if you guys is lagging bad. Lagging and freezing. Interesting. I just don't think it's gonna work. Let's see if I. Okay, am I still lagging? Let me know if I'm still lagging, friends. I am. I'm actually asking my husband to come here. See if I can send a text to him. See if he can come up. I'm gonna ask him about the Wi-Fi extender. See if it's working. Because I wonder if that's part of it. Like I said, I know we have the, yes it is. Is it still acting up? Oh gosh. So I may have to, we'll see. I was thinking I was gonna end the live, but I usually kind of power through it. But maybe if you guys go out and in, it'll get better. Um, what what I was gonna ask him real quick, see if he'll come up the stairs. He may not get this in time if it's acting up. But yeah, with the older kids and everybody in the house and stuff, it probably is that. Can you please say what time zone you're using? Oh, I'm on the East Coast. I am East. I'm Orlando, Florida. I'm in Florida. East Coast. Let's see. It's probably not gonna send. So where are you located, Roots? Let me know where you're located. Yeah, so I'm East Coast and I go live at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. This is my 4 o'clock live and I've only been live, so we'll see. It's 48 minutes. So I haven't been on super long and we'll see if it continues. I think a lot of it is we'll see if it's the Wi-Fi in the house. I also was saying earlier that I thought it had to do with my commingling the whole shoppable lives and stuff. But if I'm freezing, then that's probably the problem. Hey there, my friend. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day today. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Let me know. Am I still freezing? Let me know if I'm still freezing, friends. I sent a message to my husband, but he's not. I don't know if he's going to get it. Okay. Yeah, the room is not going to keep up. Thank you so much. Oh, weird. I wonder why TT is freezing and not. Yeah, so 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 how you doing, Monica? So my friends on YouTube, it's like TT's freezing, but YouTube's not. It might be TikTok, huh? TikTok is TikToking me out. It is not the case over here. Yeah, it might be. It might be it might be TikTok. That's the problem. It's not me, it's TikTok. I'm back but still lagging. Interesting. Yeah. TikTok don't want me to be great. That's the problem. They don't want me to be great. It's okay. I'm going to continue to be great, y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all for joining. Appreciate you all being here. Yeah. Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, the room is not going to be able to let me continue. Okay. Well, look here. I am going to maybe I'll end it. I was gonna stay, but if it's lagging to the point where people can't hear me, it's no point in me staying. I appreciate you all joining. Let me do that. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna figure out if it's the Wi-Fi on my side. Have I gone live? I've gone live for 50 minutes. Can you swipe out and back in? Can I swipe out and in? I think when I leave, when I end it, it ends. Thank you so much, Tanya. Thank you so much. Yeah, log out and back. Let me try. I'll try it. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna end it and see what happens. I'll cut it back on. All right, friends. I'm gonna cut it back on for TikTok, but I'm still here. Appreciate you all. Let's see what happens. My phone. My battery's gonna die soon. Let's see. We'll see if it's still lagging. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, YouTube is not lagging, so it's probably a TikTok thing. Interesting. That's their way they can control. They always have ultimate control. So when you think you're doing well, it does not happen that way. Thank you all who are here. I appreciate you coming back. Appreciate you. Yeah, I was jokingly saying TikTok is ultimately in control, so it is paying attention to what you're doing, and you think you're gonna automatically um, grow and do stuff. They're like, no. Yeah, so I didn't have a problem with YouTube. It's still here. So hello, how you doing, Queens? I appreciate your friend. Thank you all for coming back. So and if you didn't come back, or if you're just joining me, I just turned off and turned it back on. So I just came back live. So Coach Miss Jessie, thank you for joining. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much, everybody who are coming back. I see you say yay. Hey, Dr. Lisa, how you doing, Loon? So I'm not freezing now. So the freezing has ended. I hope that's the case. Thank you so much. Things hoped for candles. Appreciate you. It's better. Interesting. I'm taking note. We're gonna see what's happening here. Cause I didn't skip a beat with my YT family here. Did not skip a beat. So I'm not sure what's happening. Thank you all for coming in, getting your daily heartbeat. Appreciate you all. And if you are just joining, I appreciate you coming in and joining. I just rebooted and started back up, so I appreciate you all coming in. Yes, thank you so much for following the live host. I see you. I appreciate you, Noam. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're new to my live, let me know that as well, because I want to make sure I am supporting you. You don't look like you have a bio, so I'm gonna give you some homework. You want to make sure you have words there, so TikTok knows who you are, and essentially how to categorize you and your content as you push it out to people who are looking for that. So I always say you got a little homework, okay? So that way your page is optimized. Thank you all who are coming in. Make sure you are liking the live and sharing it out. And if you have questions, let me know that as well. We are going to get started. I'll probably stay on maybe, we'll see, since I've restarted this live, we'll see how long I stay on. I was thinking maybe an hour or so. I won't make it super long since I had stayed on. I was right at 50 minutes before I cut it off. So I'm trying to be better. How you doing, Suddenly, Susan? Appreciate your friend. Actually, I was just about to say, I'm trying to be better with my time. Susan knows what I'm talking about. Time of day, time to do it all, time to get through my checklist. Time to make sure that I am able to say I accomplished the things that I had on my to-do list, and make sure I'm making progress. Yes, friend. Time for all of it. So it was only your account lagging. My other page is still going. Interesting. Yeah, TikTok don't want me to be great. That's it. TikTok was like, you know what? We ain't gonna let her be great this week. Yes, being intentional with our time. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm going to keep showing up. And what it was, the little post where the voiceover says, and I'm going to keep posting, and I'm going to keep posting. I don't care what y'all think of I'm going to keep going live. I'm going to keep going live. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Keep going live, y'all. I don't care what TikTok is trying to do. We're going to keep doing it. Thank you so much, Dr. H, for joining. Suddenly, Susan, thank you for sharing out the live. So yeah, I just rebooted the live. So I cut it off and got it back on. So I am here. And then let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, this is my Go Live with Ease and Confidence. So we had some new people in the room. If you are new to my live, we're going to talk all things going live. I was sharing, we started the live off with someone who made a comment like, I wonder if TikTok is trying to be like, if FB had bought it, or if it's trying to be like it. And so we were talking through that a little bit. And so I was talking about it in the sense of how you doing, Queen Girl? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you joining. Queen's Girl remembering who she was and the game changed. Oh, faith, flow, and frequency. I love that. Yes. Yes. frequency matters in terms of what frequency you are on, as well as how frequent you are doing things. So, yes, that frequency. My husband says it all the time. When we're talking to kids, make sure your friends are on the same frequency you are. You know, we talk about people being on your level. You got to make sure people are operating at a higher frequency, and you are ascending and operating on a higher frequency too. So, I talked a lot about it with mindset. That is one of those things. When you think about having a right mindset for stuff, it matters in terms of how you are positioning yourself, surrounding yourself around people who are going to operate at a different level than you and help you think beyond your wildest dreams and imagination and not be that negative naysayer in your ear, because those people will hold you back. Okay. And I say that because I had a friendship like that. I had a friendship where that person was not supporting my future self, my full potential. I was being held back. So you want to be intentional about who you're around. Very true. Absolutely. Very true. So as you're thinking about your next level and what you're trying to get to, make sure you're surrounding yourself around people who will support you, will get you there, will help you think broader than just today, right now. That those people can help you think about your future, your growth, and support your growth. You need people around you who are going to support it. Sometimes we have to leave people where they're. Yes, yes. You were here last week then because a friend. That's exactly what I talked about. Yes, that was my message. I had to leave this particular friend. This is a childhood friend too. I had to leave this person behind. I had to leave him behind. I had to end that friendship. And it was hard because what brought me to TikTok was because I ended that friendship. I kid you not. I would not have thought about it. That person was taken up occupying time and space. You know how you find people. Thank you so much, Prophet. Thank you for being here. Good evening. Well, it was meant to happen. Yes. Yes, it was meant to happen. That person was occupying time and space for me that I could have been using that time and space here. And so when I end up deciding to come here, it's because I was like, well, let me, you start looking at social media, and I was actually on the FB, and something about TikTok popped up. I was like, interesting. I haven't really explored TikTok. And whatever the ad was, or whatever the thing I was looking at, it was TikTok Shop. That's what it was. The person intrigued me to the point where I was like, TikTok, that's happening over there. Shoppable stuff. I was like, oh, that sounds fun. But wouldn't have even paid attention to that commercial. Wouldn't even probably even been on Facebook at the time when that commercial popped up and that person was sharing some message about what they were doing, to the point where I was like, oh, I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I started seeing things that I hadn't been seeing and paying attention to, because now my mind and my eyes were open and I was operating off a different frequency. That's what it was, essentially. It's so important to be intentional about who you are around. Yes, it is. Sometimes we have to leave people where they're at. Yep, that's it. That is a true statement. Thank you so much, Prophet. Good evening. Oh, wow. Um, it can be very, very draining. Yes, yes. People like that, they do drain. They are drained on you mentally, emotionally. I was a person who was very skeptical about social media. I was very afraid, nervous, like, oh, do I show my face? Do I not? My first account, I told you guys, the guys, so when I decided to come on, I created a faceless account because I was that nervous person. I was that shy person, introverted person, trying to figure this thing out, seeing if I liked it, a little side eyeing, all the things. And it was because of the people I was around gave me the impression that I had to operate that way. Gave me the impression that it's not safe. You can't do this. There's all these different things that can happen. People you surround. And so the reality is, here's the tea. Your algorithm is different depending on who you're interacting with and what you're watching. My algorithm is not the same as my kids. They talk about, oh, you're on TikTok, all this other. They're looking at me crazy because their algorithm shows them the dance trends and the silly stuff that they're watching. It doesn't show this side of TikTok. They don't even know this exists. There's a difference in terms of how you engage in the app. And so you got to be careful and be mindful of that too. Unfortunately, my family's close friends get it. Yes, that you are fortunate. You are fortunate. Freedom, yes. You are very fortunate, friends. Thank you so much, Joe. Let me know if you need something. We want to make sure we don't spam TikTok, but I appreciate you being here, friend. Yes. John, thank you so much. Um, oh no, let me get the, oh, I missed that I had a troll in the room, y'all. I'm sorry. That was my bad. I didn't check the troll fast enough. It's time to block the part. Yes. I'm sorry, Queen. I wasn't fast enough. I was talking too much. That was my bad, y'all. Y'all know I am good with the mutant block. If y'all don't know me, y'all know me now. Cause that was me slipping up. I was slipping. Oh, he was making my skin itch. Yes, I know. I was slow, friend. I'm sorry. That normally does not happen in my room. I am quick with the mutant block. Yeah, so he got in by accident. He got too far in by accident. That was me. You're not slipping. I'm fast on it for real. When I'm in this chat, I catch Wilm up real quick. Yeah, you out. He needs a hobby. Yes. Well, you know what? I say it all the time. How you doing, Alex? I say it all the time. You have kids on this app, and then you have adults that act like kids. And so, yeah, you get it all. You get the trolls. You get all types of people who come in here. You just realize real quick. Let me mute and block and get them out of here, and that's it. Yep. You said you work it quick with it. I was seeing the letters and I was like, interesting. Who was that? Somebody else. I don't know if was it Nika? Somebody else said people do that as a way to get comments and make sure your live is getting support. So I thought he was doing it for that reason. Then I was like, oh no, he's being a troll. Let me get him up out of here. So it was me. I wasn't thinking, y'all. My mind went somewhere else. Thank you all who were connecting. I see you all. Thank you so much. So let me say this: the comments help. Comments, liking the live. I don't know what they get out of doing that. No, I don't. I don't know. I don't get it either. I really don't. It's not. It's a waste of their time. It's a waste of the energy. It's just, again, the frequency. We gonna go back to Queen's girl, the frequency. Okay, people gotta be on the right frequency, and that's a low vibration, low frequency person. So at the end of the day, you just, you have to get the reaction, but at the end of the day, they out the room. Yeah, it's not very demure. No, it's not. Not at all. Not at all. Seriously, the frequency. That's it. People are just miserable and want to spread negativity. That's it. You see a lot of that. You see a lot of that. And if you find yourself, let me say this, that kind of goes back to what I was sharing earlier with the friendship I had to end. That was a person that was not happy, kind of miserable. It was a person where in the span of your friendship, there's very few pleasant interactions and moments. It is very much about misery. Yes, misery loves company. Yeah. And so I realized that was a friendship I needed to end because it was bringing me down. Now, what was happening, I was in a transformation. I didn't realize that until now. How you doing, Digital Diva? Thank you so much. Ellie, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Ellie on the go. How you doing, friend? Thank you for joining the live. I see you all coming in. And so when you have people around you like that, hurt people. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That was a popular saying when I was I worked, so PhD, my doctorate is a PhD. So I worked as a senior administrator in colleges and universities. And so that notion, hello from Ukraine, how are you, friend? That notion of hurt people, we said that quite a bit when, you were dealing with, struggles as a young person trying to make sure that you understand friendship groups, you understand roommate problems, all those type of things. So I worked under student affairs division, so I heard a lot of the stories. Although my area was career education, you would sit in a room with senior leaders and the deans and the my colleagues that were assistant vice presidents and stuff, and we all sitting around trying to talk about our areas. But you heard a lot of the conduct issues and stuff like that. So because of that, that notion came up quite a bit. Hurt people, and how do you make sure that you are? Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you. And how do you make sure that, appreciate the roses and the gifts. So thank you so much. How do you make sure that you're thinking at a higher level, higher frequency when it comes to um, not hurting someone and not being intentional in your hurt? So yes, some people are just meant to be here for a season. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that person, she overstayed her season quite a bit. Like I said, we were childhood friends, and so obviously I took a different path in life. She was still kind of where she was, in high school. So she propelled you this way. Yes, she did. We under riot alert. Keeps my, oh, sorry to hear that, friend. All right, take care though. Take care. Definitely be safe. Um, how you doing, Portia? I was talking about you earlier, friend of my 10 o'clock. Let me mention you now since you're here. So Portia, I'm coming to her live on Wednesday because she has a lot of people who come to her live that do not have the blue boxes. My live, we've gotten to the point where we know what to do. We know the assignment. We know how to engage. We know what it means to have a blue box. We know what it means to have our orange heart or red heart. We know what it means to join the fan club. We know how to come in. So what I'm doing is coming to her live to talk to her community and just make sure that they understand how to properly engage. And so she said, Dr. Lisa, do you mind coming? So she can help them understand what to do to be a proper engager in the room. And so that's what it's all about. So if you guys want to join, you're more than welcome to. I'll promote this. I'll probably put a sticker up tomorrow in my live so people know I'm doing it Wednesday. But Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central and 3 p.m. Eastern. So I'm 3 p.m. Eastern. She's on the Central time zone. So we will be doing it then where you can go to her live, Portia, and that is Portia, your WFH job coach. And so she is doing that to support her community, which is awesome. And as you guys know, if you're in my room now and you're like, okay, Dr. Lisa, what is the blue box? Help me understand. Are roses still thorning? less, less popular vote instead. Yes. So here's the deal with the roses. Here's what we heard. I love your analogy. You said thorning. We said it was the little poison thorn. So the roses are not very good roses right now. Apparently, and I don't know how true it is. And I'm just gonna say this. I'm really big on supporting, and support comes in different formats. But apparently the popular vote, which is that, is the better of the gift to send because someone said the roses are glitching. And it glitches when it comes to your ranking in your league. So you'll see where people, it says popular vote now, you'll see the league in a second. There it is. So I'm C1. People were saying that their league was not progressing. It was actually it was falling backwards. Because when you click the league, let me show this real quick. I won't be able to show you all, but when you go to your live, if you're going live, click your league. And if you click it, I'm going to click mine. It pulls up a screen that tells you what league you're in. At the very bottom, it'll tell you how you're performing in your live. And it shows you, essentially there's updates that happen daily for your leagues. It shows you how many diamonds, how many fragments, what do you need to do to league up. So people were tracking that. I normally don't look at it. I don't track it too often. But people were tracking that and they were realizing that they weren't leveling up. Their league wasn't advancing when roses were thrown versus the popular vote. That actually, from my understanding, the roses were setting them back as opposed to supporting them. And so they said it's probably a glitch. That was kind of what was shared, but I'm not sure if that's true. I haven't gone live yet. I'm chicken. Oh, Queens girl, you got to go live, friend. Let's see. Like I said, you're still fairly new, but this is a good time to go. You have live access. And the people without the blue boxes are always the ones who are high maintenance. You know what? Yes. Yes. I could see that analogy. Possibly, yeah, yeah. Because they're still trying to figure things out. They're trying to understand the app. They're a little bit more confused about what's happening here. But yeah, that's true. That's true. When I go live, I feel like I'm talking into a void. Interesting, Linda. What does that mean? Tell me more. You said I help manage perform better. I help manages. What does that mean? Manages. I help manages perform better. Managers, is that it? Public speakers, drop the imposter. Okay, I love that. Um, I'm going live the fast. Say I'm going live the fastest way to monetize. Is going live the fastest way to monetize? Can you monetize without going live? It feels empty. Typo. Gotcha. Yes, managers. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, you got to go and put the R in there, friend, in your bio. Let's say this. Okay, let me. I gotta unpack questions. So, Linda, I'm gonna get to your question. Let me answer Luna's question real quick, and I'm gonna circle back because I want to circle back to my nervous people, my shy people. Thanks. I left my agency before the 15 days. She was not happy. Ooh, which were you with? Who were you with? You weren't with Gravitas, were you? Let me know. Were you with Gravitas? Let me know if that was the case. You all, thank you so much. I see you all coming in. Feel free to comment. Let me answer Luma's question real quick. Monetization, the very first way, one of the first ways you can monetize is going live. So I'll say that first and foremost. However, is there other ways to monetize beyond going live? Yes, they have different campaigns like work with artists. There is obviously TikTok Shop if you want to sell and promote products. There is also having a subscription on your page. You can still do it. Going live is a better way to really show a subscription benefit, but you can have it without going live, obviously. So you could do that. So there are other ways to monetize. You are, Luna, you're a subscriber. Do me a favor. When we go live, when I do my sub only live, I'm doing my sub only live Wednesday at 6:30. Ask me that question. If you can come to it at Wednesday at 6:30, I'm gonna write myself a note to break down why I'm gonna go sub only live just so I know. I want to make sure I really honor and uplift that question.
Oh, there's my tablet.
Okay, you can have it, but okay, there you go. Go downstairs, baby. Love you. Close my door. Thank you. I want to make sure I answer that question fully because I think there's something to be said about, again, building a know, like, and trust, and then I can break down the monetization that happens with going live. So I think that'll give me a little bit more time and opportunity to break it down for you. Here, I could break it down a little bit for you all if you guys want to hear that. Let me know, but I'm just going to write myself a note, monetization with live, because I think people miss the bigger picture. So I'll talk about that. How you doing, Nurse Hill? Appreciate your friend. I'm joining Gravitas for the training and we'll watch the calendar. I didn't receive training at all. Oh, so who were you with, Portia? You never said the name, did you? Let me know the name. No, you said I won't say laugh out loud. Message me. Message me. Message me, please, because I'm actually searching. Okay, thank you, friend. Okay. I am searching. I'm trying to decide in terms of what to go with. So I want to be intentional about that. You know what? I think you told me already. I'm not going to say the name, but I think you told me already. But message me. I'm almost sure you did. And I think that someone else said that it was an agency that was really leaning into the battling too. That was kind of their premise. So to me, that's hello, Kinsley. Thank you so much for being here, friend. So to me, that you say I did. Yep, yep. It rhymes with pen. The second part of the word is a 2-word name. It's pen. Pen is, yes. Okay, we got. Okay, I remember now. I remember. Okay, gotcha. All right, friends. All right. So let me go back to Linda's question about going live and talking to people, and it felt like a void. Here's what I will tell you, and I just posted about this recently. When you go live, I'm just being flat out honest with you all. You often are talking to yourself. You often are alone in the room. And you don't have the engagement that you want to have, that you hope to have, until you build up that. And so there's a few people in the room, Portia is one of them actually, that can speak to when your room was empty, can speak to when your room just had a few people in the room, can speak to just the evolution and the growth that happens over time. So it does take time. So I don't profess to say that this is an instant gratification situation. I do say give it 30 days and you'll see those wins over the course of those 30 days where more people are coming in, more people are engaging, more people are asking questions, coming back and connecting with you. Newly engaged here from FYP. Thank you so much, Humble Beast. Appreciate your friend. Yep, it came, you all, TikTok will reward consistency. That's it. That's it. It is about, yes, I recently started going live and I would like to battle. Okay. Yes. How are you, friend? So yeah, so with that, you'll see how things will improve over time. However, what I tell you, and this is where I say it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing to have that room empty in the beginning because you get the chance to, again, practice. Practice makes progress. I say it all the time. It isn't, you're not searching for perfection. You get the chance to then make mistakes, kind of get a sense of what you want to say, how you want to say it, what's your message, who are you talking to. You get all that. And that comes with, again, just being consistent. And so you're getting that time to practice this. And then I actually said this in a post too. Take that time, take that post when you are practicing and no one's in the room. Take that, perfect it. You can say something, stumble over your words, say it again, stumble over your words, say it again, fix it, make it sound nice and pretty, then edit. That this is a live recording, so you get this recording. You can download that recording, take that clip, and make it a post. And you sound very confident, coach. How are you, friend? Confidence coach. You can sound very confident. You can sound very fluid and smooth as butter. And nobody knows that you practiced that about 4 times before you got it out the way you wanted to say it. And then you took that clip and posted it. Okay? It's up and down. You have to see when your audience is most active. Yes. Yeah. You know what? What I say though, and I think there's something to be said about looking at the analytics. Your room grows and it evolves, and your followers, because the analytics will tell you when your followers are mainly online, your followers will evolve too. I had gone live. I started daily in January. So this is the new year, new me approach. And so with that, I noted that my followers on analytics are not the main people who attend my live. Nowadays it is, but in the beginning it was new people from the FYP, from my the recommendations from people sharing out the live. That's how my live started growing and more people came to it, which is great because my analytics didn't necessarily speak to my followers being my primary. It was all over, which is again great. But I will say this: as you look at those analytics, I would say first start with you. So if you know you can be consistent by going live every day at 8 p.m., do that. Now, the analytics may say most of your viewers are on live at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. in the morning. But if you know you can go live 8 o'clock and that's your time, do it because you know you will be consistent. Thank you so much for sharing a live. I appreciate you, friends. Appreciate all the support. Make sure you are sharing and liking a lot. Thank you so much. Tech, how you doing, friend? Tech Trends with E. Happy Memorial Day, friend. Great tips, Linda. Thank you so much, friend. So recognize that it starts with you. I don't want you to get to a point where you're like, oh, I'm going at a time that I really can't fully engage and fully participate. This time is awkward for me. This time doesn't work for me. Thank you all who are sharing a lot. Appreciate you. So it starts with you. So as you are doing this more, how you doing, Lisa? Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on in. The Pink Peddler, how you doing? I love that. Pink Peddler. Okay, come on in, friend. How are you? A jeeper. I love that. I am terrible after 6. Any energy, all energies. Hey, me too. Love. as it creeps up on 6 o'clock. But yeah, I usually can go live. That's why I picked 4 o'clock, because in my mind I was thinking I first started off at four, from four to, it was like 4 to 5 would be my time. That was what it initially started off as. It started to grow to where it was 4 to 6, 5:30, then 6. And so then I was like, okay. And so now I'm more like a 4 to 6. I'm still kind of 6:30 every now and then, and I creep up to 7. I've done that before. Um, so I try to stay under 2 hours, 2.5 hours. That's what I try to do, but we'll see. Dr. Lisa, I made $2 so far. How are you today? Let me congratulate you first of all. I'm doing well. Congratulations though, because guess what? Every penny counts, okay? Oh, Eric Tesson, look at you. You're growing too and your followers. Awesome. Awesome. I love that. Every penny counts, friend. So how frequently are you going live? Are you going daily, or is that just, you're still early in your process, friend? So what I will tell you though, and this kind of goes back to the question earlier, Luna question about monetization. When you go live, the very first live I did, I made 7 cents. The next live I made 3 cents. The next live I made 11 cents. Next live after that, it was like 24 cents. Then it was like 52 cents. What I'm telling you is that it grows, it accumulates. You earn more as you go. So it is something where if you show up and you stay consistent, you'll see that growth with how people gift and monetize. Now, I'm going to Portia's live because essentially her people don't have the blue boxes. They don't. So they don't understand the engagement strategy. You do want to engage. You want to tap the screen. You want to share the live. You want to like the live. That's part of liking. Where you see right now the hearts, it says 15.9K. You want to like the live. You want to make sure you're engaging and talking and connecting with other people. That is all important. You want to get the daily heart me. The daily heart me is where you get points. So I'm going to walk through that for her live on Wednesday. I'm going to go to her live and talk to her people about it. But ultimately, TikTok makes this app for you and me. So as a live host, you're getting diamonds for people engaging in your live and gifting. I say it all the time. That equation creates a diamond. So you do want people to engage in your live. You want people to comment. You want them to do all the things. But people also who are viewing the live get gifts. Okay? Gifts are important. Driver, dude, thank you so much for being here. The gifts are important because TikTok wants you to gift. And once, obviously the live host wants it, but TikTok wants you to gift because they get a percentage of it. Thank you so much for the popular vote. They're getting better, laugh out loud, but I want them to understand how to help them and not just me. Well, yes, yes, yes. Yes, duly noted. It's all interconnected though, but yes. Yes, it's all interconnected though. But that's the reality of it. When it comes to your engagement in the live, it matters. Those blue boxes matter. As you are participating in lives, you'll learn really soon that really quickly that your growth on this app actually it doesn't increase if you are not engaging. So whether you're not engaging in other people's content or you're not engaging in the live. So you'll see where you have a slow growth. And writing comments makes a difference too. It does. Yes. Driver do. Let me point this out because I want to show this in real time so people understand. To your point, it does make a difference. I'm still learning how to do the daily heart me. Oh, when you click the heart plus, you got to have coins on your account. So good afternoon. How you doing, Ray? You have to have coins in your account. So you can click the gift box to go in the app and get coins and recharge there. Or you can go to the website, www.tiktok.com/coin. Log in, get coins. You don't have that processing fee that's in the app. And so you can get a few more coins for your money. How you doing, Bridget? But I want to just point out really quickly why comments matter. Really, so engaging in lives is most valuable. Yes, you got to. Yeah, you're engaging because you're picking up new community. If you're in a live that is based on your niche and your topic, you're picking up new community or your target audience, and you are leveling up. So you're able to get more gifts. You're able to able to give more gifts. You're able to level up. People see you as a high engager. Those blue boxes, we know people who have high engagement because they fly in. You also are able to see people who are going to support you if you're doing any of those matches or battles, because they can send higher gifts too. So all of that is aligned. And so people who see high engagers, they want to engage with them. So those people are ultimately getting more looks at their content, more engagement in their content. People are coming and gravitating towards them because of that. You get more coins for the money online. Yep, you get more money, more coins for your money. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Tapping helps the host to get to you guys. So tapping gets Dr. Lisa live out to more people, and it's free. Yes. Yep. That engagement matters. The taps is part of the Hearts Under My Name, that 18-point K. Just want to let you know that I reached 5,000 yesterday. Awesome. Look at you. Congratulations, friend. All that engagement. Look at you. 5,000. Were you looking for the milestone for like TikTok shop? Let me know. Is that it? Tapping is clapping. Yes, it is. Thank you so much, Lebo. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend. Um, was that part of the strategy too? Let me know if that's what it is. Dorothy, how you doing? How you doing, Nona? I learned that you get a smaller discount when buying coins on the website. Yep, it's more money. You get more coins for your money. There's a discount there. Yep. Every 10,000 taps pushes the live. Every 10,000 taps push the live out. Thank you so much. And that's why you see people trying to say push to 50K, or I'm sorry, 50,000 or 100,000. So people are thinking about those milestones and those every 10,000. Yeah, so it does. Thank you so much. Look at you, friend. You just came in helping alive. Drive a dude. I love it. Really quickly, I was going to point out, just so that you guys know, thank you so much, all who are in the live over here. This live is all about going live with ease, friend. Hear from us, share. Thank you so much, Nona. Appreciate it. Yes, trying to get to the 10,000 mark. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for the engagement and hearts and daily heart me. Appreciate your friend for the daily heart me. Oh, I didn't know that about 10K taps. Yep. Yep. You'll hear people talk about it in 10,000 increments. Yes. I was so nervous. What were you nervous about, M? I missed it. You might have got filtered in your first comment. M, hi, how are you? Welcome to the live. Yeah, what were you nervous about? Going live, friend? Don't be nervous. Right now it says 47 people in the room. Click that number for me. Click the 47. Got so nervous I only made 30 minutes. Did you really? Yes, you're talking about going live. I'm here to engage. How you doing, Janet? Thank you so much, friend. Come on in the room and engage, friend. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much. Here to connect with your people. M Hertz, thank you so much, friend. Don't be nervous. Make sure you are supporting people, but also recognize that this room is people who are engaging. You see a lot of people with blue boxes. And so if you don't have a blue box, if you don't have a yellow heart, an orange heart, you want to make sure you are getting that. You got to have coins on your account to do it. And then if you don't have coins, you want to make sure that you recharge on the website. The website is where you can get them for a discount. I tell people if you got $20 in coins, that's 2,000 coins. You can get plenty with that, okay? Always get a 24-hour ban. Last time was drinking from a yellow paper cup. Yes, you can't drink on the live. Okay, driver dude, you know how to engage as a viewer, but when it comes to going live, you need a little help. Okay, so 42, I want you to see that number. When you see the people are in the room, these are the high engagers. These are people, I'm just going to say this out loud. These are people you want to make sure you take with you, okay? So as these people are engaging, they are leveling up. They're getting points for their engagement. So I point to, thank you so much for the daily heart me. I point to the question mark because I want you to understand, what does it all mean? Okay. So that question mark tells you exactly how to be a top engager. How you doing, Brenda? Thank you so much, friend. I see you all, my friends who are coming in. Let's keep engaging. Yes. Drinking as an alcohol, you can't drink anything. My throat gets dry. You got to drink off. Leading from the edge, you got to do like this and drink off the camera. Okay. That's how you got to do. You got to move to the side, have your cup to the side, and drink off the camera. If you need a sip of water or something like that, yes, tap away. Thank you so much, friend. New here. How you doing, Ty? Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to give you a little bit of homework. I'm going to give you a little bit of homework, my friend. I appreciate you. Tyrite, thank you so much. You need to have words in your bio. Oh wow, thank you. I've gotten gotten popped. Yes, yes, you would have gotten, yeah, you would have gotten a hand slap for that. Yes. You gotta have words in your bio. That's how TikTok knows who you are and what you're all about. So with those words, it helps to categorize you. Say you're talking about relationship or humor or travel or money or whatever the case may be, and that's your topic and that's part of your niche. TikTok will push that out to people who are looking for that. Ideally, your viewers are engaging in your content first. And so you want to make sure your content aligns with your bio and your words, aligns with the type of viewers, the type of target audience you're looking for. And then you produce content based on that. Okay. So you want to be intentional about who you are actually trying to connect with and align your bio and the words there with the content that you want to produce. So I talk about that off. That's actually one of my subscription plans where I do a profile review to make sure your profile is branded correctly. Okay. Branded with your name, with your bio, and then also thinking about the content pillars. Okay. So that's one of my subscriptions. That's the premium subscription. And then I also have the deluxe where I do the premium and the live stream audit. So I'll come to your live and just talk to you to make sure the words you're saying, how you're engaging, what you're doing in your live is helping to reach your target audience. Okay? Because if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. Because people are going to keep swiping by and they're like, she ain't talking to me. This ain't for me. I'm not doing this. So recognize that all of that is connected. So you want to make sure you're talking to your audience. Really quickly, I was going to, my other description is just my standard where all things that I do when it comes to live hosting, I do a sub-only live and sub-only content. Thanks for that. So this is for subscribers. This live right now, no, this is my regular live. No, this is not a subscriber only live. I'm doing a subscriber only live on Wednesday. So that is Wednesday at 6:30. So only my subs are invited. So if you want to become a subscriber and come to that live, I will be talking about it's a Ask Me Anything. So a lot of times subs come up and we chat and talk. But then it's also based on I usually bring something about monetization. And Luna, she's one of my subscribers. She already asked for me to talk about monetization with live. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail with that. So I'll make that a topic for the live, for the sub-only live. But with that, I want to make sure I mention about the question mark up there. How many hashtags should someone use, Miss Maga, on your content, for your content? I would say, I've heard people say anywhere between 3 and 6, no more than 6. That's what I've heard. Yes. Yeah. I heard no more than 3 to 6. So it just depends on what you're doing. 3 to 6 is probably a nice way of looking at your content for the hashtags to use. But don't go overboard with like 10, 20, 30. Yeah, that's too many. So 3 to 6 is what I've heard. You have 20K followers if you just hit 1K. Will we really get more folks in a live, in a leading with the from the edge? Say that again. You have 20K plus followers. Oh, thank you, Queens girl. Look at you. You said I'm gonna come to her live. To her sub only live. I appreciate your friend. This is heart taps. That's not followers. So my followers, I got, like if you hit my photo, click my photo up here, my mini profile pops up. So you'll see my follower count. I think I have 13 plus something. Yeah, 13.1 followers. So the hearts is heart, that's tapping the screen. So those are tapping the screen. Someone mentioned not more than 5. Yeah. Yeah, so just depends on what your topic is. Like I said, I've heard between 3 and 6. Can you post too many videos? Can you post too many videos? The answer is people post a lot of videos when it comes to shoppable videos content. So there is a strategy there where people will post about 10 shoppable videos with the thinking that one of those videos will catch go viral in the algorithm. So people will post a lot daily for that type of content. I think people average up to 2 to 3 videos. I mean, well, I'll say 1 to 3 videos a day. There's some people who do 5 to 6. That's a little excessive with regular content, but for the most part, if you're posting every 2 hours or so, you could do that. Yeah. So yeah, you just got to be careful. Just make sure it is aligned with your topic, that there's an alignment with your niche. When you get to the point where you're going all over the place, that's not going to help you. Yeah, that's not going to help you. People think it's going to help, but you just got to stay within your niche and your topic as much as possible for your target audience, because you need the engagement. So if people are not engaging your content, it's not going to perform well. So yes, thank you. Quality engagement, that matters. Let's connect. Thank you so much. Look at you. Janet said, let's connect. Yes, team. Janet, you just got to make sure you're connecting too. Really quickly, let me show you, because I want to make sure my people who are here, thank you so much, my subscribers. I appreciate you all. Good evening. So I'm going to pick my subscriber here, Queen's Girl. Queen's Girl. She just became a subscriber. So what she's doing, I just want to point this out because this is a learn room. I say it all the time. I'm a learn room, okay? So what she did with Doris, thank you so much, Doris. She click Doris' photo. There's a quick way to do it. She clicked Doris' photo. Her mini profile popped up. She clicked follow or follow back. She clicked that. And then she clicked the @ symbol next to it. And then she said, good evening. You always want to use words that are authentic words. When you come into a live, such as this or any room, even the engagement room, you want to say, hello, how are you doing? Nice to meet you. Good evening. Happy holiday. Whatever the case may be, because that's authentic engagement, in a sense that you're not saying scoop and follow and gotcha, because those words, they often are blocked and filtered, and it indicates fake engagement. You're not just following someone for follow's sake. Ideally, you're connecting with them to actually engage with them. So you want to be intentional about how you use those words, and don't use words that assume that you are just going to do a follow for that moment, and then maybe you might drop them later. Okay. I try to speak to everyone. That's it. I'm learning first. There we go, friend. Oh, thank you so much for the lipstick color. I appreciate that. Leading from the edge. Thank you so much, friend. Thanks for these tips. You are so welcome. That's what this is all about. Each one teach one. Thank you so much. I like this information. I appreciate you all. That's it. I'm here to help you guys learn and grow and make sure that you're being successful in this app, because you have so many followers. How will someone with 1K get folks in live? Here's what I will tell you. It takes consistency. So I started off, let me share this. This is tea for the room, because I know some of you are new to me. I'm so interested. I could be harder for those who are introverts or neurodivergent. Thank you for it. You're so welcome, Divergent. I may not catch everyone to say hello because the chat moves fast. That's okay, friend. It's okay. Here's what I will tell you. Go live. Practice makes progress. You don't have to learn it overnight. So when I started, you're talking to someone who's gone live almost every day since January. So every day since January, I've been coming up, showing up, doing this. Starting in February, I started going twice a day. So I do my 10 a.m. and I come back at 4 p.m. So this is someone who's been practicing this and doing it and continue to grow and trying to go make this part of my growth strategy and plan as I engage on this app and others. So what I will tell you, when I first started, I had 1,600 followers, about 1,600 followers. So a little over 1,000. My issue is what would I talk about? Queen's Girl, we're gonna get to you in a second. let me finish. I said, wow, daily, yes, daily. And I was going 4 o'clock in the evening, 4 to 6. That's my time I started with. And so I said I was going daily, and I started off with 1,600 followers. So you figure fast forward 5.5 months later, I almost 6 months later, I am at over 13,000 followers. I'm telling you that as someone who I had some videos that did well, don't get me wrong, but a lot of that has been coming from going live. A lot of those followers came from going live. Now, let me say this to you also. So there's the other side of this too. As you start going live, you pick up followers and stuff. You're going to have to be discerning about who you're following back. Okay, so I say that because you guys are in my room and you're connecting with community and stuff, which is great. But At some point, you only can follow up to 10,000 people. So I'm over the amount that I can actually follow. I'm over, in terms of my ratio of who has followed me and who I can follow. I don't follow that many, not right now, because I'm being intentional about following people who obviously are subscribers. I'm engaging with them. We're talking, we're having meetings. I want to make sure I'm being intentional about how I support. And I want to support people. Do you unfollow? No, I don't. So I just be intentional about who I follow back. So that's the other side of it. I have to be intentional about who I follow to begin with, because at some point I will have to get to a point where I have to stop following people and unfollow people. So I'm just really methodical and intentional about who I actually follow back. So when you become live, when you do this and you're exposing yourself this way, you're going to have to make decisions about how you engage. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. How you doing, Alicia? Thank you, Angela, for the hair compliment. I accept compliments. I appreciate you, friend. Let's connect and learn, rise and reign. How do you decide on the topics? Because I struggle with this a lot. Let me see something. Lebo, appreciate you, friend. Community, wellness, mental health. Lebo speaks. TikTok shop affiliate. Lebo, there's a lot to unpack there. Let me say that first of all, because you threw me when you said TikTok shop affiliate. I was like, ooh, okay. Because now your account, when you do TikTok shop, you actually will you could potentially confuse the algorithm, because I had to separate my account, where I have a page that is just my TikTok shop page, TikTok shop affiliate page. So that's where I focus on that type of content. So for your page, you would have to make a decision in terms of, it sounds like you're talking about community, wellness, well-being, mental health. That seems like all that can align, and that's a good topic. So you just need to make a decision on what you want to bring to your viewers, to your community, so that you're sharing that information, you're branding yourself. So if it's a mental health topics, if it's wellness topics, when you think about mental, physical, emotional well-being and wellness topics, how do you build community, and you're supporting your community and making that a better place to be, a better place to live. Like, there's some things you can unpack there. You could use AI, ChatGPT, to help you come up with some ideas for your live stream as well, and for your content creation. So there's a lot of things you can do there. So let me know. I'm being general, because usually I will give prompts in my lives. I'm not going to be able to do it today. We're almost at 6 o'clock. But if you come back, I'm happy to chat some more about it, either 10 o'clock at my 10 a.m. or my 4 p.m. But you definitely want to think about how you are organizing your topic for your audience, so that it resonates with them. My issues, what. So Queen's girl, she remember who she was. That's right. You're the frequency, faith, flow, and frequency. What was your do me a favor, just kind of unpacked a little bit. What were you thinking with your bio? Thank you so much, Doctor. You said Tara. I'm Lisa. I'm not Tara. We'll definitely come back. Also subscribe. Thank you so much. Do you create what's that C right account for TikTok shop and selling? What do you mean? What's that? What's the C right account? I might be missing what you're saying. I don't follow people because they say they may not what I thought. So now I check before I follow. Oh, iridescent. You're talking about checking the bio. Yes, sorry, typo. No problem, no problem. What happened with my comments? I see it multiple times. Say, what's happening with my comments? I see it multiple times. I only see it one time, friend. You might have been being filtered. Let me know if that's the case. So, yeah. Hello, T-Mac. Thank you so much, friends. All your friends coming in. I appreciate you all. Let me know if you have questions. Like I said, this is the room where you can get hopefully some quick answers to what you're thinking about with your Go Live journey. So, yeah, iridescent, I don't know what's happening. I'm not sure, but whatever I do, I want to be faith Christian based. We'll start there. Start there. So here's what I tell people to do. How is TikTok Studio different? TikTok Live Studio or TikTok Studio on your profile? TikTok Studio is different in terms of your profile. TikTok Live, The live studio is something else. That's live streaming. Let me know which one you were talking about. Were you talking about the live streaming or are you talking about the tools? There's two different things. TikTok Studio is a tool for creating your content, as well as when you have it on your profile, you go to the tools and the live screen. So that's different than TikTok Live Studio. Faith-based. So when I talk to people, when I say go live for the first time, you want to go live where you are essentially taking people on a journey, telling them why you came live. Why did you start this? How did you engage with TikTok? What brought you there? What is it about? What called you? What was your purpose? So you take people on that journey with you, and what will happen, because I say it all the time, your audience, your target audience is a reflection of you. Oh, that's good. That is. Yeah. You just take them on the journey. You take them on your walk and say, hey, I'm here. What brought me here is that I was curious about this app because I heard people come in here building community, and I'm all about community. And I'm just going to take you on my faith journey. And this is why I decided to start this page, this account. Here's some things that you need to know about me. So I just say start with you, because ideally your audience is a reflection of you. There are people who are on this app that are curious about the app. There are people who are on this app that are looking for community. There are people who are on this app that are wanting to know about faith, and in your case, having fear and then having the faith to go ahead and just go live. Okay? So you want to take people along that journey. And that's going to be really powerful too. It started playing in my mind when you said that. Yep, that's it. Audience is a reflection of us. Good, so good. That is. Your audience is you. So if you can articulate that to your audience in a way that they feel like you know them, you know what I'm saying? So again, I tell you all the time, you are building the know, like, and trust, so people get to know, like, and trust you. But also, as you're talking to your audience, you know that demographic, you know their psychographic, that means how they think, what they're interested in, what they're passionate about, and then you know their pain points. What are they struggling with? What is holding them back? So, again, Queen's Girl, you might know in a real way that your audience is afraid to go live, nervous about what to say, nervous about what to talk about, nervous about how to start this process. And you can talk to them about your journey. Yeah. Love this kind of live. You're welcome, Leslie. Thank you so much, Lindsay. How do you talk to someone specifically in a live that has said something to you? What do you mean? How do you talk to someone specifically in live that has said something to you? You're saying, Destiny, like me reading your comment right now? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that you pull them up and you have a conversation with people? Sandy, how are you, friend? Thank you for the daily heart me. It was for last first, but then I found the Christian side, and I made some wonderful ladies. You made some wonderful ladies, met some wonderful ladies. Yes. Wow, that gets overstimulating fast. What's that? The chat. You know what it is? Okay, so you could have a moderator. My friends who are in the room, I don't have a moderator. So I try to stay in the chat. Honestly, this is how I've always been, because I like the engagement. I like seeing the comments. I like interacting with you all. I like hopefully making people feel seen and heard. Sometimes when you have other people controlling your chat, you don't get a chance to really engage fully because you got them controlling it for you. So that's how I started, because it just became almost like a crutch to a certain extent, because now I'm like, okay, let me see the comments, let me read, and let me engage that way. And it gave me that piece of that task and project. So I didn't see it as overwhelming. I see it as something that allows me to fully engage and kind of let you guys help me have a conversation with you all. So I love it for that reason. If you are new to TikTok and looking to build a killer community or an aspiring, you're in the right room. Thank you so much. Hey there, how are you? Thank you, Jeffrey. I'm doing great. Dr. Lisa's the real deal. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, so with your live, you can decide on how you want to do it. I tell you all the time, and again, I just posted about this recently, where going live when no one's in your room, when you're getting the opportunity to just have quick, small conversations with different people. You can essentially, learn how to make mistakes. You can play around with the different features. You can learn how to perfect your message, kind of get a sense of what you want to say, how you want to say it. Again, this becomes your time to practice. And practice makes progress. I don't tell you to be perfect at this. To this day, I'm still not perfect. I still make mistakes. I still try to figure out what's happening here with this feature and that feature. There's people who come in my room all the time and say, Dr. Lisa, thank you so much, Crystal. Dr. Lisa, have you seen this feature? Have you seen that? And sometimes I have, and I've explored some stuff. And sometimes I haven't. And they breaking news for me, and that's okay. Okay, so just recognize, give yourself grace, give yourself the ability to kind of get comfortable, get acclimated. Don't overthink it. Don't feel impatient about it. Your room will grow. Your room will get better. People will come and support, and you will know, you will build that community. But it does take time, and I don't make it sound like it's an overnight success because it takes time to grow. Now, if you're showing up consistently, TikTok will start pushing more and more people in your room. You'll see that transformation happen. More people will come. Okay? So I don't want you guys to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not seeing any change in success because the room is quiet. Let me know, did I miss any questions? See, that's something else I do. Sometimes the chat gets away from me and I might have missed a question. Sometimes people get filtered. Iridescent, I think you were having some trouble. You still having trouble, friend? Hello, Ruth. How you doing, Diamond? I see your friend. How you doing, Emily? Thank you all for joining the live. Iridescent, let me know if you're still in the room, friend. How you doing, friend? Because I want to make sure I didn't miss your question. Uh-oh. Sorry, my battery is not acting right. We'll see how this goes. I'm probably gonna have to get off sooner than later, but we'll see if I can hold up without my battery dying on me. Because I need to charge it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to charge it with the devices over here, but we'll see. We'll see if it'll charge. All right, friends. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. Let me know. I typically spend some time, especially with my new people. I typically try to spend a little time helping you all understand how to have a blue box. So I talked about that a little bit earlier. I don't think I went through my whole spiel. So if you are somebody who is new in the room and you don't have a blue box next to your name, I want to make sure you are understanding how to engage properly. So I said it earlier. I guess I didn't finish my thought because I said TikTok is paying attention to your engagement. So as a viewer, you get points for the likes that you're giving. So people who are tapping the screen, that tapping the screen tells TikTok in an intentional way is 39.3K people. It's actually 39 people in the room too, but it's 39 likes that have happened. So as you are tapping the screen, TikTok is seeing that, okay? And it will push more people into the room, okay? Then you can have more people to engage with. Also, as you're putting comments, so you guys were just commenting and connecting with people, all that interaction matters. I pointed up to the number in the room because there's a question mark, okay? So I want you to pay attention to that question mark because that question mark tells you how to become a top viewer, but it tells you how to get points for your engagement. Your engagement matters. You get points for. Thank you so much for the popular vote. I'm back for more information. You're welcome, Ruth. You get points for tapping the screen. You get up to 3 points every 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes that you're in a room and you're engaging, you get points for that, for tapping. Every 10 minutes that you're commenting, you get up to 3 points for those comments. TikTok is paying attention to how you're engaging in that way. So when the room is chatting, the chat is chatting, that is good. It's good for a live host because that interaction is happening in their live and TikTok is seeing people engage in that way. You get a point for every coin you spend. So popular vote is under the exclusive gift box. You got to go there for that. But that is, oh, thank you for leveling up to level 17. Good Lord. Congratulations, friend. Wow. So you get a point for every coin you spend. So thank you so much for the FYP. How do you move to different levels? Blessed Jet, thank you so much for asking that. So you're level 7. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to click your comment. I want you to click your photo where you put that comment at. So anybody else who wants to do this real quick, put the word in hi. I'm going to talk about blue boxes. I usually say put blue boxes in, but that's fine. Just put hi, H-I. So you put hi in the chat. You're going to click or put a comment in the chat. You're going to click your photo. How you doing, Mama Bear? How you doing, Valerie? Appreciate your friends. Valerie and Mama Bear, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to give you guys both some homework too, because you got to have some words in your bio. So as you click your photo in Blessed Jet, you need some words in your bio too. I'll explain that in a second, but let me, since you guys have hi in here, I want to see how you doing, Holly Q. I want you to click your photo. Your mini profile will pop up. Then I want you to click your level. And if you don't have a block box or you don't have a level, it's going to say level 0. So Cynthia, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you some homework too, friend. It's going to say level 0. Mama Bear, yours says level 17. You'll see in a second that it's going to tell you to send a rose or a gift or something to reactivate because you've been on vacation. You've been away for a minute. Hey, how you doing, Dorothy? Thank you so much for being here, friend. So you've been on vacation for a little bit, so your blue box got grayed out. But when you put a comment in, you'll see where you can then see your mini profile, click your level. As you click your level, a blue screen pops up. You'll see the blue screen. Thank you so much, Vibe Wellness Woman. That blue screen pops up. In that blue screen, it tells you how many points you've collected. It has the / symbol that tells you the total amount of points you need for that next level. And then underneath there's those experience points. I call them the engagement points. Those experience points is basically how are you experiencing this live, any live, because the blue box follows you to every live you go to and your level follows you. How are you experiencing this live experience and how do you level up? So those points there on that bottom line is essentially what you're trying to get to the next level. So it's the difference between what you have and what you need. Those experience points are what you're collecting. So I just told you, you collect points from free points from tapping the screen. You collect points from commenting. But you collect the most points, the way you really truly level up quickly and get your blue box is from gifting. So if you send a gift, no matter what the gift is, you get points for that. You get a gift for a point for every coin you spend. Okay, so you got to have coins on your account. You got to have coins on your account so that you can truly engage. Okay, so you get coins on your account by going and clicking the gift box that's in the app. If you click that gift box, there's a bottom right corner where you can recharge and get coins in the app, or you can go to the website. The website doesn't have the processing fee, so you get more coins from your money. There's a little bit of a discount that you get. So that's the beauty of going to the website. The website is www.tiktok.com, that / symbol, coin, COIN. Wow, informative. You're welcome, friend. So go there, make sure you are actively engaging. That's how you level up. That's how people get the blue boxes. I say it jokingly. That's how you know who are engagers because it's a little bit of a blue box bias that happens because people see you as a viewer and as a live host. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend. The hanging lights, the lights of wisdom. That's what I call them. Okay. So as you are engaging, people see that and then they say, okay, well, this person knows how to do this. This person understands what to do. And you'll see your engagement in your content improve, especially if you're a high engager, you're in your 20s. Wow, very informative. No one else have explained this before. Really, Valerie? Yes, Valerie, you need a blue box, friend. I appreciate you. Now let me explain the bio. Thank you, JoJo, for sharing a live. I appreciate your friend. Yes, thank you so much for the support. Here's what I will say real quick. The bio. The words in your profile, again, this is where TikTok uses those words to categorize you, to let you know who you, essentially they learn who you are. Like maybe you're a retiree, you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a wife, you're a mom of 4, whatever the case may be. Those words matter because TikTok is like, okay, you're sending out content to fellow retirees, to fellow stay-at-home moms. So you want to have a mixture of words. Maybe you have that as something in your bio. Maybe you have something where you're going to talk about making money online and finance, or something about monetization, or you're going to talk about your travel experience, or maybe you're going to do humor, maybe you're going to do something about, living a wonderful, blessed life. And so now you're talking about what it means to make sure your faith journey and your Christianity or your spiritual journey. So you're going to put those words in, and TikTok is going to say, oh, well, let me make sure this gets pushed out to people who are looking for that type of content. So if you are following people who are going to engage with your type of content, you want to make sure your followers are the right followers. So you want to make sure you have people who are going to engage in your content. But then as those people engage and connect, TikTok will say, okay, well, let me push it out to these other people who might want to engage with this content. So that's how you go viral, because people are engaging with your content and more people see it and it gets more exposure. But it starts with you. It starts with those words, because TikTok needs to know who you are. I have a description, but it's all over the place because I have multiple interests. Oh, Nona, let's see, friend. Yes, yes. I love it. I love it, friend. It's a lot there, so you might want to unpack that. You could be confusing the algorithm. If you notice that certain content is doing better than other content, maybe you make that the focus of your bio and your page. That's what I would say. If there's a theme to a certain extent where certain things are really doing well as you're going live and you're performing or posting content about that topic, maybe you change it to that, and so you don't have as much stuff from the other, the other stuff that's in your page. So that would be my recommendation. You have almost 10,000 followers at some point. So somebody earlier, who was that earlier that said they're looking to get 10,000? Here's the deal about 10,000. 10,000 is great. Obviously, I'm over the 10,000 now. It is good. You see a surge in your content once you go over 10,000, but it requires you to stay locked in. Now, I confused the algorithm recently because I was talking about my other page, which is a TTS page, TikTok Shop. So it was that type of page. So I have been using this account to do some stuff to support that page. I was going to the live shop, shoppable lives. I was doing too much with this page. So the algorithm is now trying to kind of get back to a place where it's like, okay, I know your content, I know what you're doing. Let's make that the focal point, as opposed to what I was searching and engaging in was becoming in my For You page. And all the things I would see was part of that type of content. So I would tell you, you want to make sure you're being focused as much as possible. 10K, you got to be really focused. If you want to get into the Creator Rewards program, you got to have 10,000 views on your page, as well as the 100,000 views, as well as the 10,000 followers. So again, there's a need for you to really lock in. If you are already creating viral worthy content already, and people are engaging with your content, and you got the 100,000 views already, then you'll do fine. Just continue to do what you're doing. But again, there's no magic thing that happens fully when you come 10,000. It just makes you have to lock in even more. So that's what I would say to that. All right, friends, let me know if there's any last minute questions. I had restarted this account, so I had went live for about an hour. My internet was glitching and I was freezing a lot, so I rebooted and started over. So let me know if there's any questions. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Let me know if there's any other questions. I got to charge my tablet because it's not on the right charger, so the battery is charging very slow. So I don't know if it's gonna go out on me. But I appreciate you so much. If you guys need support from me, I usually walk through my Stan Store. This is very helpful. Thank you so much. You're welcome. If you go click the bell in my profile, you can click that bell to know when I post and when I go live. So you'll have notifications. I go live twice a day, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. And then I also am on another page, my Dr. Lisa Shops page. That's my username, is Dr. Lisa TikTok Shop Finds. So you can go over there and follow me over there. I do shoppable lives on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I'm going to make that where I'm going to go live maybe once or twice in addition a week, so that I'm talking about TikTok Shop stuff. So I'm going to make that more my TikTok shop conversation and not do it as much over here. Set the notification. Yes, if you set the notification in my profile, you'll get notifications of when I go live. If you need my people who are nervous, scared, shy, you're trying to figure out this app, want to know what to do, I have a free, it's in my stand store. Get my free download. It's called From Overthinking to Action. I want you all to get that to make sure you are thinking very intentionally about your mindset. There's a payoff. So my subs, I'm going live on, I'm doing my sub only live on Wednesday of this week, 6:30. So I'll talk about earning money online. I'll talk about the live pay process so you guys really hear that journey conversation. But I want you to understand there is a payoff, but it requires you to be consistent. Often see I'm about to go to level 2. However, I never see where I get there. Let me see something. You said level 2. Level 2 for what, friend? You're saying for my room, for level 2 in terms of the Daily Heart Me? I think that's what you're talking about. How to get to level 2 for gifts. If you click the Daily Heart Me, you can send additional gifts, or click the gift box. You can send gifts that way too. Some of the exclusive gifts you can send. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. I think the Daily Heart Me shows you right at the top the gifts that you can send that are part of the Daily Heart Me gifts to get to level 2. So it'll show you, look at when you click that Daily Heart Me, look at come down and read that second line. It talks about the gifts. Okay, yeah. You said, oh, okay. I think that's what you're talking about. So yeah, let me know if that's what you were referring to. But yeah, friends, claim your points. If you have not already done it, so you sent a gift. Thank you so much. Retired Lady Trucker, thank you so much. How are you, friend? Thank you, Bridget. Have a blessed day. You're welcome. Hello, Sunshine. How are you? If you click the Daily Heart Me again, I want you to claim your points. I don't want you to leave any points behind. So I want to make sure you claim those. Thank you all for coming in. I see you all. Thank you for the Daily Heart Me. I appreciate that, friends. So yeah, I appreciate all the support. Like I said, I'm trying to get my algorithm back running again. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna engage. Look at you. Thank you so much. You said I sent a gift. Did you level up with that gift? Let me know if you. Let's see if you leveled up. Awesome. I appreciate you, friend. Did you? No, not yet. I see you talk about going live. I do. Have you gone live, retired Lady Trucker? Let me know if you've gone live. You have live access. So what I shared today is just some small tips about, again, not being nervous, making sure you have the right mindset, starting off with telling your journey. I No, are you serious? You had you had that much nervous energy you couldn't hold it in. Yeah, everyone's algorithm needs a reboot. It does, friend. I'm having the the issue with my algorithm right now because I haven't been treating it right. I've been doing the whole TikTok shop stuff on this account, so I need to focus my page again. Today, my anxious mind got a hold of me hard. I think I leveled up. Did you, friend? Let's see. It's not showing up on my end, but we're gonna take your word for it. I appreciate you being here. You said I think I leveled up. I appreciate your friend all what we're getting into today. How you doing, bucket list baddie? How are you, friend? You know what? I was about to transition off. You guys are all coming in. TikTok is TikToking right now. I was about to get off because I had been on. I came off and then came back on because it was glitching for me. So I wanted to make sure I shared as much as I could. But today I was talking about mindset. Today was a mindset conversation. I don't want you all to be nervous about this. I don't want you to be shy. I want you to go live with ease and confidence. And so a lot of times people are like, what do I talk about? How do I engage? What's happening? And I start off by saying, you know what? First of all, just tell your journey. If you are, here's what I tell people. First of all, you're looking at yourself. So ideally, how you doing, John? Thank you so much for being here. Ideally, you are talking to your best friend. That's the way you need to think about this. There's no reason to be nervous because if you're talking to the person you love the most, if you're talking to your best friend, if you're talking to the person you should be able to look at and feel at ease with, because this person here is the person you should love. I love this person here more than I love my kids. I wouldn't tell them that, but that's true. But recognize that's who you're talking to. And so if you go into it with that mindset, like, you know what? I can do this. I love myself. I love who I'm talking to. Yes. Y'all laughing at me. Thank you for the sub stickers. Go live. Thank you, Dr. Liz. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much, friend. Yes, that's it. If you love this person the most, then you should be able to talk to this person. And what will happen is if you're talking to this person and you're having an authentic, genuine conversation, you will be able to do it in a way that it feels natural. You're not feeling like you're trying to be this persona and this extra person. Some people do that. Some people do have this alter ego that they bring out. But at the end of the day, you just be you. You just keep talking. And people will engage. People will continue to talk back with you. Okay? Thank you so much, Kinsley. How are you, friend? Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you being here. But yeah, so that's what this is about. So I want you to be natural. I don't want you to feel like, you know what, you can't do this. You can absolutely do it. And you can do it in a way that, again, people are going to come. They're going to come supporting you. You'll see the transformation and growth. If you guys go back and look at some of my earlier videos on my page, you absolutely see the transformation I've made. I see it, and I just feel like, you know what, I can do this. I can be comfortable. I can be at ease by having this conversation. Okay. So you said nice. But I don't want you to feel nervous. I mean, you may feel nervous at the beginning. You may, but at the same time, you could do it. Now, here's a couple things. I said earlier, I want you to do it scared when no one's in the room. So you can practice your messaging. You can make mistakes. You could redo things and say them over again and make them a little bit more polished. And then that can become content that you use later. You can download it, take a clip of what you talked about, that particular talking point, and post it. Post it on your page. I post quite a bit. I started doing more natural videos, like outside the live, because I found myself doing shout outs to different people, like China Lover. Thank you so much, friend. How you doing? And so I found myself having to do those clips because I was talking to everybody in the live as opposed to finishing my thoughts. So I started doing original content. So you'll see that quite a bit lately. But at the beginning, I was just taking clips from my live. So that's okay, friend. I appreciate you. 20 years alone in a 18-wheeler. 5-year-old can commute better than me. A 5-year-old can communicate better than you. As my 5-year-old walks in the room, and he needs to get out of the room, mister. Thank you so much. But you know what? I don't think you should think of it that way. I think you have an interesting story in terms of 18 years as a trucker, truck driver. And so what does that mean to talk to people and say, here's my experience. Here's some of the stories. Here's some of the things that I learned. And when it comes to communicating, just communicate anyway, your way, naturally, because somebody's going to resonate. Somebody's going to talk to you and say, you know what? I was a driver too. And it was lonely. And I talked to myself a lot. And I listened to a lot of audiobooks and all the other things. Yeah. Hey, out. Bye. I'm going to call daddy. 1, 2. Thank you. Close the door behind you. He wanted to be heard. Close the door. Serious. Close the door. Go to daddy. Thank you. Okay. Love you. But yeah, so. Okay. Daddy's going to help you. Bye-bye. But yeah, that's what it's all about. So he would have kept distracting us, y'all. But thank you so much, Cynthia, for the subscription. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm doing my sub-only live on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm on the East Coast. So 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Come, we'll talk about monetization there. I want to support you all. It's an Ask Me Anything live. So that's another place where you can come up. You can ask questions. We'll just talk. Okay. And then I also have 2 other subscription plans. One is premium, where I do a a profile review to make sure your profile is branded to your audience. Because again, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. So you got to talk to the right audience in your content as well as in your live stream. And then my deluxe, I do the profile review and I do the live stream audit. So I can help you that way too. So I'll come to your live and we will make sure your live is branded as well as you're talking to your audience. Hello, Moni. How are you? You make it seem so smooth. I've wanted to get started, but knowing how to start, I sing, I write. Oh, you got a lot to talk about. Oh, I love it. Valerie. There's a lot of people who are on this app singing. There's a lot of people who are part of the book talk when you talk about writing as well as publishing and all that stuff, reading the books and stuff. So you got a lot. You can operate either area. Moni, how are you, friend? My friend Monica, how are you, friend? He wants mommy. He does want mommy and 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 attention and all the things. Yes, that's my baby though. I love the counting. I used to do that with my kids. Yes, and he only responds when I count too. I was like, count. Let me go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because he came in, he's laid on the sofa, and then you heard him talking. I was like, no, nobody. You are not gonna get TikTok mad at me. A lot of talent on TikTok. It is. Thanks. Absolutely, friends. So I don't want you guys to feel you laughing at me. Yes. I don't want you to feel nervous about this. This is what I talk about with this. This is my nervous crowd, my people who are trying to figure this app out. And the lightning. So, but what I have in my stand overthinking. My overthinking is a free product, so just download it. So my overthinking guide is where it really helps you with your mindset. Ooh, that light is loud. The mindset. Okay, my phone is gonna go out on me. Let's see. We're gonna see if this. I'm probably gonna stay on for another 5 minutes or so. I'm gonna do it next month. What's go live? Okay, Queens girl. Next month is Sunday. You know it's Sunday. You got a week. You got 7 days. It's freezing. Yeah, you know what? My screen just battery just died on me. So well, it's dying. So yes. You got 7 days. 7 days to do it. You can do it. Okay. All right, friends. Let me let y'all go because I think this lightning, I'm gonna have to figure this out. My phone's charging. But with that, go in my stand store, grab the overthinking guide. I want to help you all kind of get to the mindset part of it. I typically would review it, but I don't have time now. But I would review it with you all because it really is a goal setting and a mindset guide. So it's a combination of both things. So you want to make sure you are actively thinking about how do you change things. Okay. Thank you all at connecting. I appreciate you coming in, trying to love it. Thank you so much, friend, for sharing and connecting with other people. Yes, appreciate you. Alicia, thank you for joining. I am about to log out. So again, the storm is coming through as well as let's say, as well as